Has the Acolyte been dethroned as the worst thing in Star Wars? Let's talk tonight.
Oh.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Visions-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with Visions Volume 3, Episode 7, The Smuggler, Episode 8, The Bird of Paradise, and Episode 9, Black. Or, as I would like to name it, Blah. But we'll get to that later at the end. But, yes, so we've already done 2 weeks of breakdowns. The first 6 episodes have been covered, so if you missed that, go back and check those out. But we're finishing off tonight. And so that's that. But quick, yesterday, the newest Star Wars book came out, Master of Evil, the new Darth Vader book. So I got that. Everyone's been sharing stuff like that on Instagram because it came out yesterday. Everyone's getting their copy. So super excited for that. So we're doing that next month. We originally said we're doing it on the 10th, but we're actually going to do it the day before on the 9th. And then we are going to be taking 3 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's and stuff. So, because 2 of those Wednesdays are Stranger Things episode drops, and we love you guys, but
Jeremiah's busy.
this is the television events of the century, so we gotta watch those. And then it's just busy with work and crazy stuff, and I don't know what's going to go on the week before Christmas. So, like, we're just taking 3 weeks off. Then the first episode that we're going to record in the new year will be the Stranger Things Season 5 review. That will be a YouTube exclusive. So all you Spotify hermits that don't leave the Spotify verse, you got to go over to YouTube and watch that if you are a fan of Stranger Things. So, and while you're there, subscribe.
You can also catch it on Twitch on Wednesday or whatever day we're doing it.
Yeah.
You can still catch it live, though.
Yep. But we won't have voicemails that night, though, just because it's
not Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. But I think that's about everything. So we might as well just jump in.
Called me out. Yes, Red Buff. Jeremiah just called you out.
What did I say?
The Spotify hermits.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Get your act together, Red Buff.
Red Buff, feel free to change your name to Spotify Hermit.
Yep. Spotify
Trademark it now. Yeah, Spotify Bluff.
Red Spotify 3333.
Yeah. Trademark it now.
All right. Well, first up, we got The Smuggler. Is it my turn to go first or your turn? I can't remember.
I don't know, bro.
I'll go first. Overall thoughts on The Smuggler. I actually really liked this episode. I thought it was fun. I thought it was simple and straightforward. I think this could be an episode that has a sequel in the future. If they do, I think I'd like that sequel. I really like the Jedi lady. It's pretty cool. I just like the simple concept of, like, the prince is the last surviving of the royal family, and he's trying to fight for his people under imperial rule, and he escapes the planet to live another day and have the rebellion help him. So I thought it was really cool. I liked it. Simple story. Had no complaints about it. A lot of fun. Drew, what'd you think?
It was okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I feel like, I mean, part of it is it's so short, so, like, they can only do so much. I just felt like the amount of storyline that we got with the main character didn't matter.
Right.
So that was just, like, frustrating because it was like we learned about this character, but, like, for what reason? No one really knows because she didn't even do anything.
What do you mean? She smuggled the people off the planet.
Yeah, and, like, the last, like, 2 minutes of the episode. Like before that, there was
Well,
a lot of
smuggling,
like
you gotta get the stuff on the ship. You gotta get away. You gotta
it was
deliver
just
it.
a lot of like lead up to nothing or like lead up to them like flying the ship for like a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it kind of just dragged, but then not in the ways you wanted it to. Like
Right.
she was like all mad and like you think she's like this cool character and then she's actually like the side piece, like the side character. Like she didn't really like.
Side piece.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know.
I could see why. I get it. I thought. Well, I guess the only annoying thing. I don't know what it was, but so this was the episode with that like female actress that's kind of like up and coming, Emma Myers or something.
Mhm.
And I really felt like the voice acting didn't fit the character.
Yeah, I had to watch it. I watched it like for a second time subbed. It was so much better. Dub, it didn't feel like it felt like a character that like it didn't fit the look of the character. It didn't really feel like yes, she's on Wednesday. Yeah, like it didn't feel like her voice matched the look of the character or anything like that.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I don't know, and also like it seemed like all the other characters were kind of like more calm and
and she was
like
like,
but and like the volume was lower, but when she was talking she was like she was super like emotional, super like loud, like the volume was just louder on her for some
mm-hmm.
reason. I don't know, so it was like maybe like a mixing issue, sound mixing issue.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was just kind of whatever, but that was like the only really thing that like stood out to me, but it wasn't really a bad thing per se. It was just I just noticed there was a difference in.
Yeah. For me, it just I don't know about it. Like I think I wanted them to struggle more with like smuggling in space than just like on the floor. And like you, and then like the Jedi girl, like you kind of like was like okay, she's cool. Like I don't know, like
I don't know. I liked her.
yeah, she was alright.
How she
I think
hides her lightsaber is pretty cool.
the girl that they were like or the guy that they were smuggling, like whatever.
The prince.
Yeah, I think he was cool. He was dope. But the main girl was just like, we can't go this way. There's guys there. Like, okay, what?
Nice impression.
Like, okay, and then they just decided to like destroy these stormtroopers in the middle of this like open space instead. Okay, and they get on the ship and she can fly. I guess. Like, I don't
She
know.
flies
Like,
now.
yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't like. I don't know. We'll get into the other ones too, but I think there's a reason why these three are on the bottom of like this list.
Oh,
Personally,
you didn't like the second one, huh? Oh, okay.
we'll get into it.
Okay. Well, we might as well jump scene by scene. So it was kind of weird in that, like I don't know, because like the opening narration is like a western in the in English version, like western, like cowboy,
Music,
like
yeah,
music, and like this the guy sounded like a cowboy, like a rustic cowboy.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, so we're going. So I was like, okay, so immediately I was like, okay, this is the aesthetic of the culture or whatever. But then like the royalty, they kind of reminded me of like the father from the Mortis arc.
mm,
It's kind of like that, which is not Western at all. And then I felt like there was times when like the music was either like sounded Japanese or like Asian inspired or something.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was just culturally and aesthetic, it was just very all over the place, which it wasn't necessarily a bad thing because it's a fictional space planet. Like
Yeah,
they can do whatever they want, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. So they're on the planet Zenartia or something like that, and they're just a peaceful planet run by the royal family for centuries or generations, whatever they said. And once the Empire came to power, they spoke against the Empire, and the Empire came and took over the planet and basically killed all the royalty. And the last remaining person of royalty was Prince Arlu, um, and he's missing. And there's just a search to find him. And so I don't know. I like the concept of just like
I thought the concept was really good. I think the execution for me just
right.
flopped.
And so I was like, okay, how are they gonna play this out? Smuggler, and it's like, okay, smuggler, missing person is probably tied together, whatever. But we get introduced to the main character, the smuggler lady girl, who is Cheetah, and so she goes to the cantina in town and finds the mechanic guy or whatever that works at the hangar bay. And she's like, "Why does my ship not work? Blah blah blah. You haven't paid me. I paid you. Yeah, I did. No, it's double now. Blah blah blah." And just kind of like classic haggling of overpricing because he's like, "Well, the Empire is making it harder for me to run my business. I need more money. Blah blah blah." And so she's like, needs to get the money in order to get her ship working in working order. And so then, as she's having this argument, it goes to like old lady at the bar, and she's just listening. And so then, as when Cheetah leaves, the old lady approaches like, "Hey, you're a smuggler. What if I can promise you that your ship works and I'll pay you 10,000 credits to take 2 people off world to a non-imperial ruled planet?" And she's like, "Deal." And so that's the plan. And so like when you get that, you assume okay, it's the prince. And I guess I didn't. It didn't click right away that the old lady was going to come too. Like, who's the
Yeah, I
second
didn't get
person?
that. Yeah,
Um,
I should have just assumed though.
yep. So then Cheetah has a co-pilot named Gozan, which we find out is a Rhodian, and then very quickly he runs away. He deserts her just because there's Imperial stormtroopers at the hangar bay with their ship. So he's like, I'm out. Um, but as they're walking to the hangar or whatever, we just find out that there's $100,000 credit for any information on the prince and his whereabouts, and so that's that. And it could be, as you're watching, okay, she got offered 10,000 credits to deliver the prince. Is she going to take the 100,000 credits to turn them in? Maybe a simple. Obviously, if you're a scoundrel like some smugglers, then you're gonna take the money over the moral thing. But what's gonna happen? We don't know at this point. But yeah, they get to the Imperial the hangar when there's a bunch of Imperial troopers there. They don't know what to do. This is when like the second person, which is the prince, arrives, and he's just all in civilian clothes, blah blah blah. And Cheetah is just freaking out, like, I can't get to my ship. There's stormtroopers everywhere. How are you supposed to get out of here? And she's like, this would be a lot easier if we had a Jedi. Blah 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 blah. And the old lady is like, yeah, blah blah blah. And then she's like, yeah, but they're all gone after the purge all those years ago. And Cheetah's like, you believe that? Blah blah blah. I don't believe that either. Blah blah blah. It's kind of like, it's
Yeah,
interesting that like here the characters don't believe what the Empire says about the Jedi, but like in actual canon, the galaxy is like convinced mostly
yeah,
that the Jedi were evil. So it's just an interesting. Um, and so then they're like, well, we can take the tunnels into the hangar bay, and we've got to go the roundabout, blah blah blah. And so as they're on their way to the tunnels, there's a commotion in the streets, and stormtroopers are gathering any teenage male citizen and trying to test if they're the prince or not. And so it's the boy and a mother being pulled, like thrown on the ground and yelled at and at gunpoint troopers, and like I'm just a regular person. This is my mom. We're not the prince. Blah blah blah. Like blah blah blah. And then Cheetah's like, all right, we gotta just steer clear of this. But then the other boy disappears, and then he's out there and he takes on the stormtroopers. The prince takes on the stormtroopers, and he's just like super well trained to like jump and kick the troopers in the face,
hmm
knocks their guns off. Like there's like one scene where like the blaster is like gone on the ground, and like he puts his foot on it, and it looks like he's gonna like I think it was like pick it up with his foot and like take it, but then he just like ends up like kicking the stormtrooper or something like that in the face. Like I don't know, there's something like where it diverted what you thought was going to happen because he
Yeah.
chooses the more peaceful action.
Well, because he had like the gun, and then he still decided to kick him instead.
Yeah, because he had his own little pistol and he like shot the one rifle out of the
He
one
shot
trooper's
the
hand.
he shot the gun out of the guy's hand and then kicked him in the face.
So he's just like saves them. The troopers run off, and everyone's happy to cheering. But then like the mother of the other boy that was being taken in sees Arlu like Prince Arlu, and everyone else in the crowd looks and like everyone starts to bow, get on their knees and bow down and stuff like that. And he's like, "I'm gonna help you guys. I'm not here. I'm gonna save you guys." Blah blah blah. And so then so the old lady's name is Glenu. So she's like, "All right, we gotta get out of here." And then someone like some civilians like, "Hey, take my land speeder to get out of here." And so they get in the land speeder, and there's an AT-ST shows up, and so then they gotta like, "All right, we gotta go lead the AT-ST off away. We gotta go away from the crowd." Blah blah blah. So then they start trying to make their way away. And what I didn't mention earlier was there was like a bounty hunter that saw them earlier in the episode. And then here he shows up while they're trying to run away, and he's chasing them, shooting missiles at them. Definitely, they like can't outrun him, so he's like, "All right, we're just gonna jump off the street, like the ramp off the side of the mountain, and we're just gonna go down straight and hope for the best." And they land and crash land right outside the hangar bay. And there's two stormtroopers that are guarding, and they're just like, "Huh?" They're just like stupid. Like they're just not even
Yeah.
like, "What's going on?" And then the bounty hunter jumps down and shoots the stormtroopers because like they realize it's the prince. And then the old lady, she walks out in front, and she has a fake arm. It opens up, and her lightsaber comes out, and she has a lightsaber, blue lightsaber. And the bounty hunter just starts shooting at her, and she's like the best lightsaber, like at blocking blaster shots I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He's just like machine gun, and she's just like smiling with her hand behind her back and just like very calm, not even like phased by it. I was like, this lady is super awesome. So they get to their ship, they're flying away. Star Destroyer shows up, blocking their way, and then TIE fighters come. And so then it says chase through the city, blah, blah, blah. And then the bounty hunter, he gets in his vehicle too, I think it was, that he starts flying around. He's shooting rockets. Smuggler, the cheetah, she's like really smart, where she draws the TIE fighters in the line of sight of the missiles that are coming for her. So then the bounty hunter accidentally kills all the TIE fighters. And what I thought was really cool was how how the chase ended, where they go to hyperspace while the Star Destroyer is about to block their path, and they just like go right in front of it, like
Yeah.
a near miss. So that was pretty cool. And then the end of the episode is just they're on Yavin, and Cheetah and Glenu have a conversation. Glenu's like, "Hey," or sorry, Glenu, and she's like, "Hey, don't tell anybody about the lightsaber. I've been in hiding for all these years." And she's like, "Yep, no deal, or deal, like no problem. Like I'm not gonna say anything." And then so her story was at the purge, she wasn't able to save her fellow Jedi, and so she decides to leave the Jedi Order, even though it's been destroyed and purged, and just work undercover to protect the family on Xenartia. So that's what she's been doing all these years, is undercover as a security person for the family. And then the prince comes up to Cheetah and thanks her and says, "Hey, we could use you. We need a smuggler. Help us." And she's like, "Okay." And that's that.
Yeah.
Short and sweet, simple story. I liked it. Nothing crazy. A lot worse things we've seen in Star Wars in this episode, so
That's fair.
I have nothing to
I
complain
just thought
about.
it was just like Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, the next episode, episode 8, The Bird of Paradise. And this is the one that everyone was
The most
seemingly the
hyped about.
most hyped about because of the animation style and stuff. We saw some cool lightsaber stuff in the trailer. Like, all right, this one's going to be amazing. So, Drew, you already kind of hinted at it a little bit, but what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
This is the dumbest episode of all of them.
Oh, all of them?
Yes, this is
What?
It's so dumb. It's so I don't know.
How many times did you watch it?
Once.
You should watch it again.
Really?
There's a lot that I missed.
I don't know if I can. It
I
was hard.
I liked it better the second time, but
Really?
continue your.
It just didn't do anything. I read the synopsis, like whatever about it. Like I had to like look into it because I'm like, this is stupid. And pretty much what it's saying is that she's struggling between the light and the dark side.
Right.
And you don't really understand that really unless you read about it. Cause like you kind of get it, but it's just, she was so fixated on killing that person instead of joining the force and like being one with the force. So like, that's just like someone's story being one with the force. I just think like so in like the breakdown of it, it's saying that like, cause it was very interesting cause it had like days, like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And it's supposed to represent apparently like the days of grief that this person's having,
Okay.
which is interesting. But I thought the execution was lame. I thought it like always took you out of like the episode when it did that, and then I just thought it was just like just went on forever, and she's like super whiny, and it just was poorly executed. I thought the animation style was amazing, but besides that, I thought the whole thing was just kind of lame.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was also very disappointed by this episode, but for different reasons than you.
Oh, okay.
So it was on pace to be the best episode the whole season of the whole season. I was like ready to put this as my number 1 for ranking, and the reason why I was so mad was because it felt like it was leading up to her. She's gonna wake up or get healed or whatever, do all these trial stuff and like get where she has to be, and then she was gonna go fight that Sith after she, it kind of implied that her master was killed, possibly.
Potential.
I thought she was gonna wake up, fight that Sith, and kill the Sith at the end of the episode after she like got one with the Force and centered herself, and it didn't happen. It just ended with her being at peace with embracing her master's teachings and then getting her sight back.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm mad about it, is because it didn't lead to like a climax at the end. It just was like
it was flat.
It was like you had your act 1 at the beginning where there's the conflict and the fight, and she gets blinded, her eyes get cut, and then act 2.
I thought that whole part was sick.
Yeah, the opening fight was awesome.
Yeah.
Then like the middle part was I really liked the middle part just because it was like, she each stage she's like learning something new about herself, and like she's learning to get past all this stuff, and all right, this is the boring part kind of in a sense, and then it's gonna act 3. She's gonna go back and fight that Sith and avenge her master's death or whatever. And we don't get to act 3. So
we don't even know if she's alive.
Well, she's alive.
Do we know that?
Yeah, she woke up. Yeah. What do you mean?
It just didn't. I felt like it just felt like it was.
No, because we'll get to it, but she like entered into that Dagobah tunnel type thing, and was in there for all those days, and then she woke up outside of it because there was that little statue, Hobbit guy.
Oh yeah.
What's the guy? Not a Hobbit, dwarf from Lord of the Rings. That still counts as one.
Oh, yeah.
That guy looked like him a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So like she went into the trial, like the tunnel thing, and like came out with victory of like embracing her master's
Hmm.
teaching, and she's then able to see again. Seemingly, it seemed like, and so she's definitely alive. That's like if she died, then there was no point to anything she did because she even says, "If I die, I'll become one with the Force." Which
That is true. She did say that. So yeah, that makes sense.
so it's just like if it ended the way I thought it was going to end, this would have been like one of my favorite episodes of like all three seasons.
You like the whole like stopping the day thing?
Well, the titles like kind of disrupted the flow,
That's what I'm saying.
but like it didn't like matter.
I
And you were talking about the Days of Grief. I don't know. You must have looked that up. Like,
Yeah, I had to look it up because I'm like, what the heck? And then
what did you search for that?
if you look on like, if you look up who wrote it, so I had to do that with the last one too because I'm like, what the frick am I watching? And if you look it up, it actually makes it way better. But if you look up like the episode and then like the direction of how it went, like that makes the last episode actually really really cool, and we'll get into that.
You know what's kind of funny? I don't know if I've ever told you this,
Hmm.
but so we're both because we have access to our email for the podcast,
Yeah.
like, and we're it's permanently logged in. So I see all your searches on Google. If I just click on Google,
Oh, that's
all
funny.
the like the past like report 10 things.
Hmm.
So I just went here and clicked it, and it says Star Wars Vision season 3 cast, Star Wars Visions 3 season 3 or whatever. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I've seen some funny searches you've done before. um, but yeah,
yeah,
whatever. But I didn't look into any of the. Like
yeah.
they did like those for every episode. They released like a little short video of like each behind the scenes of making. I never watched any of those. I should have. I did that for season 2 because they had them on Disney
On
Plus. They
Disney
had all
Plus, but they
those
don't have
background
anything.
things, but I didn't watch any of these ones.
No, because I was watching these with Steph when she was working, and then I was like, "What the heck?" And she's like, "Your mind's not open enough." And then she looked it up and was like reading it to me and was like, "No,
Oh,
this
she looked
is
it up for you.
yeah." Because if you look up the studio who does it, then they have like a full breakdown of what the meaning behind it was, and apparently it means like the stages of grief of her struggle between the light and the dark, and all those titles are like the days of days of
In
like
like
five
Japanese
griefs.
culture or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's like the other one is very much a Japanese culture film, so that's why
Okay.
it's like that. So we'll get to that one. I don't know how you plan to break that one down.
We're just gonna wing it. We're not. We're just gonna talk about it. And well, because now that you have it spoiled, they tell you what it means, and everything I say doesn't matter.
No, that's not true.
Because if it's a reflection of a certain story thing, then I guess my interpretation
No,
doesn't
but I'm
matter.
still curious. It's still your view of, and most people's view of it. So, anyways,
All right. Well, we might as well. Also, I don't understand the title really, other than like her earring. Is that just what it is? Like the bird of paradise, the earring that she has, and she has the final vision of like the dragon bird thing. Is that what that is? Like that's not really explained. It's just like
I don't think it's really explaining that synopsis,
her earrings
anyways.
are the same bird that gave her peace in her
Yeah,
visions.
I think
I don't know.
so. Yeah.
Whatever. But opening scene, main character Namake. She is a Jedi Padawan, and she's going toe to toe with a dual wielding Sith lady, and that lady is named Amon. And so last week? Um, yes, last week we kind of made that comment from Yuko's Treasure that pink Twilight girl, teen girl, was like a young Harley Quinn kind of.
Hmm.
This was definitely if
This
Harley
was like
Quinn was a
same,
Sith
yeah,
Lord, like
the exact same thing.
super crazy. Yeah, yeah,
Laugh and everything.
with like tattoos on her face and just kind of like
Hmm.
I don't know. I really like that design and kind of like personality of that Sith.
I thought it felt really really cool.
Yeah, so I liked her, and so Namake's fighting her, and they're just kind of like the Sith are just kind of like toying with her, making fun of her, like you're not that strong. Your what was it? Your insults are better than your fighting or something like that because they're just like
Hmm.
bantering back and forth. Um, and then the Master shows up. I think it was just stated Master. I don't know. Can't remember if there was a name or
Yeah, I don't
anything.
think there's a name.
But he clearly sees that Namake is fighting with her emotions and not like being centered,
Hmm.
and this is ruining her ability to fight well. And he's trying to like teach her while he's fighting the Sith. Like he's like trying to like use
Yeah.
words of wisdom, which is interesting. And then we kind of get like a little like hint that like they fought other previous Sith because she's like we've fought harder enemies than this and won. Why can't I win here? Type of thing.
Hmm.
And so the Master is doing pretty well and like good and kind of like puts the Sith on a little defense, and then Namake sees this and she's trying to go in for a kill shot. So like she jumps up and her droid. It's kind of like a BB droid, but with an R2 head on it. So it's like a
Hmm.
bigger thing. Like launches her up higher, and so she's twirling around and she's about to hit the Sith, and then the Sith comes and strikes at her eyes and blinds her, and she falls down the mountain because they're fighting on top of a mountain ridge. So she falls down into the abyss, into the rocky floor below, and that's the last we see of the Sith lady and the Master. We kind of hear them fighting, but um, she falls down there, and it then cuts to a screen and says, "Day one, day of incident, or in what did I say? Insolence." Uh, and they had and then so every day had a title plus like a Japanese proverb type of thing. I'm guessing,
Hmm.
and this one was "Darkness, the Light." Um, and I really liked what they did with her blindness because she's blind, all of her perception is just through the Force, and so like we're like in the world watching how she sees the world around her as a blind person, just seeing things with the Force, and it's very much like a kind of like echolocation kind of reminded me of like some like
It kind of reminded me of like Daredevil.
the original Daredevil with Ben
Yeah, the
Affleck,
movie. Yeah.
where like you could see the sound kind of, but rather than
Hmm.
sound, it was
The
just
Force.
the force with objects, and like so she could like touch things, and like when she touched something, it would like emanate like light in a sense from it, so she could see
Hmm.
that and sense that. But everything else was kind of like dark if it was like further out type of thing. So I thought that was really cool. Um, and she's just terrified. She's fearful she's going to die. Her saber's broke, so she can't defend herself. So she's angry about that. So she's just living in fear in this moment. She's living in fear for her master. She doesn't know what's going on. And then she ends up finding a statue. She thought it was a person at first because, it's just seeing the Force illuminate an object. She thought it was a person, but it was just a statue. And she just says, "Can you help me? Like, I want to live." And she goes down like a Dagobah tunnel, in a sense, cave or whatever. And she has a vision, and it's like she transforms into like a very like prim and proper self, like in proper like a Jedi attire or something, or
Yeah.
cultural attire. And then she has like makeup on, and she's just, she can see, like her eyes are fine, but it's like then like these green lights go around and like kind of like fireflies, like a swarm of fireflies, and just kind of go down the path, and she follows or whatever. Uh, Day 2, and I should have done a better job of like writing the theme of each day, like what she was kind of addressing. But Day 2, day of desire, and then the proverb or whatever was sky and water, a border between land and sky, which okay, I don't know what that means. Sky and water, a border between land and sky. I don't really, because land and water are not the same thing, because usually it's like a division between the surface and the sky, or like land and water. So it's kind of this interesting rendition on that. It starts to rain, and so the rain illuminates the environment because raindrops are hitting everything. And somehow she can like sense and hear the force with the rain touching everything, so she can see better. And as she's walking, she falls into a like pond or river or whatever. But then the lights show up, little firefighter lights, and it's orange lights. And so I thought like every episode was gonna have like a themed color, but it stopped here. First it was green, it was orange. I was like, thought I was gonna continue different colors, but then it was the last time
Yeah,
that
it just
like
stops.
just stops here, which is kind of weird. But um, but in this vision, so this is another vision happens, and she's like surrounded by like it looks like liquid paint drops, like being swirled around different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It felt like one of the episodes in Visions Volume 2, kind of with the girl with like the droid, half droid girl, and like all the like the evil was like different colors in the light.
oh,
Remember?
Sith, yeah,
Yeah,
the Spain studio or something. I think it was.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was like kind of like this twirling of this multicolored paint, and it takes the form of like her droid, and I think her master too, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And it's like she hears like his teaching of like just trust in the force, just trust in the force, and she's kind of like not happy about it, like I've heard it before type of thing. Because she's this whole episode, she's like very, not to insult Yaretsi in the chat, but like a teenage girl, like whiny teenage girl. It's like very cliche, like
Yeah,
complaining.
it was
Yuretsu's not
annoying.
like that.
No,
um,
this
but
girl is
like,
very annoying.
right, very cliche, like complaining teenage girl. And so she's like complaining about her master's teachings and like not. Oh
Oh wow,
wow. Um,
he's saying not you.
yeah,
Okay,
you're way more mature in the force than this girl was, Yuretsi.
I hope so.
um, and so that's just her listening to her master's like trust in the force, and her complaining about that teaching or whatever is how day
Mm-hmm.
2 ends.
You're right. So yeah, I thought she was annoying too. So there you go. There you
Perfect.
go.
Day 3, indignation. Uh, and then the proverb was plants bloom upon the land. And so she's walking through the woods blind again. She's just kind of like suffering and complaining. And what was kind of cool was she like falls and like leans up against a tree, and she
Mm-hmm.
senses the force within the tree, and the tree says to her like, you can do it, like keep going, keep fighting type of thing. And she like thanks the force, the living force or whatever within the tree for encouraging her to keep going. um and everything lights up with the tree, all the trees start lighting up, so it's like a hive mind of trees that are connected
Mm-hmm.
by the force. So it's kind of cool. um and so then she hears some lightsabers, and she's like, oh, the Jedi are here. And so she runs towards them, and then she has the next vision, and she's like, she sees this giant worm thing that she says is the darkness. It kind of is reminiscent of the giant worms in Dune more
Yeah.
so than a crate dragon on Tatooine,
Mm-hmm.
but she like immediately recognized it as the darkness. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so if this episode is about her, we see it later in the episode, but it's like her like needing to, whether or not she's going to embrace the dark side or not. Like it seems here that she's seen this worm before in a sense, and she knows it as the darkness, and she's like had a fight against it, resist against it in the past. That's how I interpreted it.
I think you're right.
Um, but then she goes into a cave, like in this vision, she has like a cave, goes into a cave, and there's like red fire, like all around the cave, and then like gets a lot more bigger on fire. Like the fire just like consumes the cave, and then she sees a body on the ground, and it's like looks like her master, and she turns the body over, and it's her face. Like, oh no, that's me. Am I dead? Am I really dead? Like blah blah blah. Basically, and that was day 3. Day 4, day of idleness. Sun and moon, the birth of night. Day 4, she is complaining about being hungry. Her stomach is growling. So that's that. And she's looking up at the moon, even though she can't see it. But the moon turns into feathers for some reason, whatever. And she interprets this as hope. So then she has like a flashback type thing, like a memory
Mm-hmm.
of like this was like from a few months ago, and it's just like her and her master like walking on water type of thing. It looked like, not sure what was going on, and then like the Sith arrives in a sense to like tempt her to give into her emotions, and she has to like fight this Sith, but then it's like, okay, this is Sith, but then we find out it's like the Sith version of herself,
Yeah.
and so she has to like fight herself, like her pull to the dark side in a sense, and it's like the reason why you think it's the original Sith from the beginning of the episode is because the same costume design, same like tattoos and stuff on the face,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like it's her own version of herself becoming a Sith in a sense, and it was really cool because like the world building for the Sith in this episode was that like when you turn to the dark side, these like scars and tattoo type looking things like
Come
form
on,
on you.
you. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool that you can't hide that you've succumbed to the dark side because it changes how you look on the outside.
I really think I should watch this a second time because the way that you're describing it makes it sound way cooler than what I experienced watching.
Right, because it's so weird. Like,
This is
yeah,
done so weird, but the way you're describing it makes it sound like I missed something. I'm like,
yeah. I
wait,
think
that is
I
not.
did like it a lot more the second time around, but it wasn't enough to like raise up my ranking much. But
Yeah.
um, and so she has to fight herself and understand the emotions in herself and like um all that stuff. And so then it kind of blends in with um the next episode, the next day. I'm kind of getting confused because there's like two scenes of like a similar thing.
Hmm.
Um, so then in day 5, a prayer for life is the name, and then the proverb is life. What is it? My handwriting's terrible. I think it's life crawls about the waters. And so she's walking along and she comes across a waterfall, and she's like, this is like the end of the path. Like she can't walk any further because it's just like a dead end at the waterfall. And while she's there, a weird, trippy, multicolored, like neon light frog.
Yeah, this is where I checked out. This is when I was like, this is stupid.
Now, did you recognize the voice?
No.
Did you watch the English version?
Yes.
It's George Takei.
Oh.
So he was. I think he's been in like every volume. I think.
I think so.
So he was the voice of the frog. And
Yeah, when the frog showed up and it was like she was chasing it, I was like, "What?
it was
What
Miles
am
watching
I?"
this.
No, he
Okay.
was napping. He would have been so bored. He would have checked out. These last 2 episodes, he would not have.
So last week I told you to not have him watch the last episode. Did you agree that he shouldn't watch the last episode, or would you have let him watch it? If
I would have let him watch it.
okay.
I totally forgot about that.
Um,
I didn't even notice. Like, I mean, that boy the other day I caught. He was watching the Marvel Zombie show.
did you watch the Marvel Zombie?
It's so good.
It's really good. I was surprised at how good it is.
It's so good.
Yeah,
But I think it's like rated M
It-
or R or something.
I think it is. It might be. Yeah, I think it might be M. If not, it's like at the edge of like PG-13.
Yeah.
So
So
there's no like F bombs. I don't think so. I think it was
is this violent? But
really violent. But
yeah, I was like, Miles, what are you watching? Zombies, zombie Marvel. I was like, boy, okay. Peak zombies. Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
Ask your parents if you guys can watch it if you're minors, but
unless it's PG-13, then
I think it's.
you don't have to listen to your parents.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Listen to your
Chat,
parents,
help
kids.
us out. See what's the rating of the Marvel zombies?
Yeah. So then the frog is whatever. He's just kind of like this wise frog trying to teach her lessons, kind of like a Yoda, like because Yoda's basically a frog. Like so, frog here, something about talks about love, blah blah blah, and he's gonna guide her, blah blah blah, and she doesn't understand something because she's like, I need to go meditate. So she like sits down to like meditate, and her heart's not in it, so it's like fake motions of doing
Yeah,
meditation.
she's like teasing it too.
She like so like he's like no, and she stands up like, what do you mean? I'm trying to meditate, and he jumps and slaps her on the face.
Yeah.
I was like,
In the frog's defense, I wanted to do that too. So makes sense.
we do not condone
I'm just saying
domestic violence here at Empire Radio, but whatever. So she like sits under the the waterfall, like in the waterfall, falling on her. She's trying to meditate in there, and then she has another vision, and then this is where she truly fights her dark side self.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like dealing with her weaknesses of like her emotions, but then she realized like her emotions are a part of herself, but like they're always there, but she's not gonna. What was like? It's like all dependent on like the proverb or whatever that their master gave her about having serenity and emotions or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she finally understands her master's teaching and fully embraces it. And it's like she heals herself. She's ready to be a mature Jedi. And so she wakes up where she fell down at the bottom of the cliff. And she climbs up and there's a sunrise.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends. And I'm like, all this
For nothing.
for nothing? Like,
Well, she didn't join the dark side, but I wonder if the master already killed the Sith, so it doesn't matter.
no, I'm pretty sure that the master's dead.
But where's the Sith lady?
No, she ran away. Because I think she assumed that the girl died. Falling down the thing.
Also, Marvel Zombies is rated TV MA.
Oh, dang.
So,
Yeah, so if you're not 17, we do not legally suggest you watch it
Ask your
without
parents.
your parents' or guardians' permission. But it was still very good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
One of the best styles of animation of all 3 seasons, but there was just no climax at the
It
end,
was
really.
the weakest story of
Sure,
all.
there was the fight between herself and like her dark side self. Like it was cool. It was visually cool. It was like in one of those vision worlds where it's like
Yeah.
weird, crazy stuff. But like, I wanted to see her as a mature Jedi now, going from Padawan to Jedi, taking on that
Mhm.
Sith, and showing how much better of a fighter she is, and then winning. But
Yeah.
nope. Anything
Maybe in
else
part 2.
from? They could do a part 2. If they bring in a part 2, it might bring some resolve, like finish the story, and it would elevate this first episode a lot.
Mhm.
But it could be years away.
No. I feel like I need coffee before we get into this next one. No, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't you?
So, someone in this next episode definitely needs a hot beverage to calm down a little bit.
Yeah,
But
just a little bit.
yes. So if you have been talking to a frog, a neon light lit frog, and you're trying to overcome the darkness within you, try a dark roast from from Wesley
From
Andrews
Empire
Coffee and
Radio.
Tea. Use our promo code here at Empire Radio so that you can get some great coffee or tea. Is there any like dark teas or
Like a black tea.
a black tea? If you're, yeah, whatever. Listen to this commercial.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code Empire Radio, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Well, let's finish up with episode 9, Black.
Blah.
And this is not an episode to like really do a scene by scene, because in a sense it's a one shot.
Yeah.
But this episode, okay, how is it? I'm gonna bring it up on.
Yeah, you should try to find like the breakdown and
Well,
explanation.
I was just gonna. I don't got time for that. I was just gonna bring up the description on Disney Plus itself. So I had my own interpretation, and then I read this, and I was like, "Oh, I'm wrong." But it says, on the cusp of defeat, a psychedelic battle plays out in the haunted psyche of an Imperial trooper. So that's the description of the episode. And this episode is basically like 90% of it is very hallucination type stuff. I know this is a kid-friendly podcast, but it was basically like a drug-induced hallucination, psychedelic thing, whatever drugs from the 70s and 80s or whatever that people were seeing funny colors. This was what it looks like.
Like
We've seen like
acid.
movies and stuff. I was thinking that same thing. Will he's like too many death sticks. I thought that it would have been funny at the end, like this trooper dies and they find the body and they're like, it's just like a little like anti-drug thing, like don't do death sticks, kids.
Yeah.
Or this is your body on death sticks. But yes, don't do drugs, kids. And so I did not like this. The first time I watched this, I watched it twice. The first time I watched it, I was like, this is terrible. This is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing that I posted in the Discord after I watched this was like, like the format of like someone says something and then also the same person says the same thing. So it's like, Star Wars Disney, the hunt for Ben Solo does not make sense. Also Disney, Black makes sense. Like, why would they put this out but not the Ben Solo movie? Like,
Oh yeah.
over like it not making sense type of nonsense. So it's like, it's just you get random scenes of like space battle, like Death Star stuff.
There's no dialogue.
Right. I think there's like one moment where like there's like one line of sentence because there's technically in the cast, like in the credits, there's two voice actors, one for the blue trooper or for the green trooper and one for the red trooper.
Aren't they the same trooper though?
Well, that's what you're trying to figure out, but then in the description it says a singular trooper.
Oh.
So it's like they cast two different voices for the two different troopers we see on screen, but it's implying that these two colored troopers are split personality or split persona or something of the trooper that is on this psychedelic trip. And so it's just confusing, which is supposed to be. You're not supposed to understand what's going on. So like you see Death Star 2, you see Death Star 1, you see like almost like a zombie, like trooper zombies fighting each other. You see a giant black hand, like shadow hand, almost reminds me of like the Mind Flayer in Stranger Things. There's at one point you see like a creature that reminded me of the Nameless from the High Republic. We also get like some clear memories of like this guy and like assuming his wife or girlfriend like just hanging out on a beach on a sunny day. There's graveyards. There's TIE fighter fights. We see like a Jedi that's like almost looks like it's like Mace Windu maybe, and it's just space battles and like weird shapes and crazy colors, and it's just random stuff. It's like, so I thought two things happened. My two theories were like, that one of the troopers like is like trying to defect or like trying to like run away or something, and he got caught, and so then this other trooper is like trying to fight him and like take him down. Because if you look at the progress of like what you do see like story wise, it's like they're on a destroyer or Death Star or something like that, and then they're fighting each other like they're almost like zombies, like one-on-one fighting, and then they jump into like TIE fighters and they're TIE battle, like one's chasing the other, whereas the other one's trying to get away, and then they land on a snow planet. They crash on a snow planet, and then they're like basically at the last of the life, end of their life, they're like freezing to death or whatever. And so it's like this. It has like this story of like maybe a trooper is running away from the Empire, and the Empire like is after him, and this is happening during some sort of space battle or something. But I was like, okay, well, there's one of the troopers like had so like these two troopers, they look like each other, like, but like their helmets are destroyed the same because like half their face is open, but like you get mixed up like who's who, and so it's like, are these two different people or is this the same person? And so then my other theory was like this was an undercover like rebel, because there's scenes of like X-wings and like episode 4 like troopers like from opening scenes of like those helmets with like the whatever, and like maybe this is like an undercover mole in the Empire that got caught and he's trying to escape, because like if all the scenes are from memories of like what this person is seeing, like one of them is like him flying an X-wing. It looked like from the perspective of the rebellion. So like, oh, okay, he was just undercover as a stormtrooper, and then he got caught and he's trying to escape. But the description says that it's an Imperial trooper. So so that's what I was thinking. And then like at the end, almost at one of the last like scenes or whatever, it has like a internal view of his brain activity.
Yeah.
And it's like glowing like on one part of it. So it's like, obviously, if you know your brain science, which I don't, if like a certain part of the brain is like on fire of like activity, I don't know what that spot in the brain does. Like, is that like a drug thing? Like, I'm sure there's someone that's listening that's a psychology major or psychologist or neuroscientist or something. Like in this episode, like that part of the brain, if that's glowing and full of activity, is that like where like some sort of like drug use is, like where it's activated in the brain to make him hallucinate. I don't know. But then it's like, it seems to imply that he dies on this snow planet.
Yeah.
But like, we don't understand why he's thinking these things and seeing these things.
It's so like the description on Wikipedia is it's a battle between past and present, light and dark, and life and death plays out. So it's like saying that the trooper was on his deathbed, and these are visions throughout his life as a trooper and struggling with the good and the bad side of his life, or like struggling with, was he choosing the light side or the dark side, choosing killing people or saving people kind of thing. So is this like a total, it's like from like an old like Japanese like proverb kind of thing, whereas like the concept is like you like certain things, like they believe that when you're dying you get all these visions and you start hallucinating.
Right. So I guess like when people say like they went to heaven and came back,
yeah,
like I get a vision like that. A lot of people have that description, but scientists would say, oh, it's just like
your brain
dying, and it's just like
yeah,
flooding your mind with all these images and memories
like
and stuff.
when they say like your life flashes before your eyes before you die kind of thing.
Right.
So it's like implying like the whole thing, and like the music is like very much Japanese jazz music.
Oh yeah, it was all this was going on with jazz music. I was like, what is going on? I'm
and then it like had no music at all, and then it was like jazz music, then like weird like vocals in the background. It was very trippy, but it's supposed to represent like this person's their view of life before they die. But when you start watching it, you have no idea what's going on. You're like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't understand it, but it's very arty. It's like very new age art. Like, it's very like, as an artist, I bet you like people that are like really arty, I don't even know if that's a word.
Artsy fartsy.
Like, they would probably think this is like the coolest thing ever.
Right.
So, because it's so unique and different. Yeah, it's just like representing like a Japanese proverb of death and how you see everything, and your whole, it's like the struggle that he was having with himself, and like, is he good, is he bad, is what he was doing good or bad, and like trying to he was struggling with that, because at the end you see the brain and then it turns off. So like, is he dead? I assume. Yeah, so it's very unique and different. To your point, like, is it Star Wars at all? Or is it, I don't know.
But so I hated it. Did you like it? Or
I liked it after reading what it's about. I think it's
But
unique.
before
and
you thought
different.
it was the worst thing
Before I'm
ever?
like, this is what the heck am I watching? And then Steph's like, you gotta like, it's definitely Japanese. Like, you gotta look into it. Then she like finds the article and reads. I'm like, okay, wait, this is actually kind of cool. But if you don't read into it, you're like, this is dumb.
Right.
Like what's the point of this? There's no dialogue. But when you actually like understand what the artist is trying to do and like the director's trying to portray, I think it's actually really cool and done really well. The only thing that kind of was weird was like the eyes that were like random places. They're just eyeballs.
That was the only thing that was weird. Okay.
I mean, the whole thing is weird. I just think the description on Wikipedia makes it so much better and makes it actually make sense.
So I'm guessing a lot of that was also explained. If it's on Wikipedia, it was probably from those behind the scenes videos that they posted, which I probably should have watched some of those. But
yeah, I probably should have watched it too. So yeah, it's just like it's. But to your point, like we can't really describe it because it's not like scenes. This is like flashes of images and jazz music. Like that's literally what it is.
It's like jazz personified as Star Wars visuals or something like that.
Yeah, it's
so it's weird that Disney approved of something like this.
it's
don't know.
not.
It's not
It's
weird.
so Disney.
What do you mean it's so Disney? I've never seen anything like this in Disney before.
But it's so like new age and different. It's so
I don't know.
and also to your Etsy kind of is like, yeah, it's like jazz. Like it is kind of like jazz and music where it like doesn't follow any direction. It does what it wants. So like the whole imaging behind it, it doesn't really follow anything. It's just doing things. I think it describes like, hey, I'm this cool artist. I'm trying to do this cool thing, and Disney's like, oh, I like this. This is so different and let's just throw it on.
Right.
So it makes sense that Disney would actually do something like that. It's just kind of disappointing that it's not. And like I rewatched the trailer for Visions 3 after I got done watching it all, and they showed clips like we're gonna get this cool episode of this story, and then when you're watching the story, like what? There's flashes of those same images, like
yeah.
And 13 minutes of this, it gets to be a lot.
It was long. It was like the shortest episode, and it was like
It
felt the longest.
Way longer than that.
All right.
I also didn't hate it. Like,
yeah, I think it might be the worst thing in all of Star Wars.
Even
though it's not canon, so it doesn't really matter. But like,
yeah,
I'm like, the Acolyte might be better than this episode.
I could probably get behind that a little bit, but I think there's also a lot of, I don't know.
Well, like we do with every season of Visions, we rank all 9 episodes from worst to best, top 9. So I will start with my list, starting from the bottom, which I just said. So number 9, Black. Number 8, Yuko's Treasure.
Really?
Yeah, I hated that one. Remember I told you it was like, hey, well, we weren't going to tell you about this treasure till later, but now that you know about it,
yeah, it's true.
You can have it.
Part was kind of weird.
So Yuko's Treasure 8. Number 7, The Duel 2. Number 6, The Bird of Paradise. Number 5, Smuggler. Number 4, The Song of Four Wings. Number 3, Bounty Hunters. Number 2, The Lost Ones. Number 9, The Ninth Jedi.
Wow, that was your number 1?
Yep. Just because it has a more story we know is coming sometime next year.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it was like like the story itself didn't add a lot. Like it still had really good visuals, and it was still a good like setup for what we're gonna get next. So, but I still had the Lost Ones at number 2, the Village Bride sequel. At first, it was lower on my list, but then after watching it a second time, I was like, it probably should be at number much higher.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of those, like 3, 4, and 5, those ones were kind of harder for me to like get a correct order because they kind of interchangeable. So, but I was like the Bounty Hunters, just because it had some cool visuals of like Tomb Raider type stuff, and
Yeah.
I think that the reason I put it also above Song of Four Wings is because the music in Song of Four Wings was a little weird,
Yeah.
even though it was a cool, fun episode. But that's my list. What is your list, starting from the bottom going up,
All right. So my least favorite, my number 1 least favorite,
or just say 9?
or sorry, 9. 9 is the Bird of Prey
The Bird of Paradise.
or Paradise. Sorry, Prey.
that is
Is-
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So the Birds of Paradise is my least favorite, and then my number 8 is the Smuggler. My number 7 is Black. My number 6 is the what is it? And there it is. Yuka's Treasure. My number wait, 5. 5 is the Song of Four Wings. My number 4 is going to be the Duel Payback. And then my number 3 is the Lost Ones. And then my number 2 is the Ninth Jedi. And my number 1 is the Bounty Hunters.
Oh dang, we had the same top 3 at least, so it's in a different order.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool.
I like the Bounty Hunters, and I love the droid swapping thing. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, the two personalities. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's also really cool.
I thought that was a cool concept, and and I love the animation style of that one too, which is why I think it's my favorite. I think it's like this clean, typical. The Song of Four Wings too. I actually really enjoy that more than I thought I was going to.
Right.
But those last 3, the ones that we cover tonight, are on my bottom 3. And honestly, you can probably swap them in any order, and I would be okay with it because they all were kind of blah for me.
But overall, this whole season
It's not near as
is the worst of the 3 seasons. Like honestly, I feel
I
like
need to look at season
2. Like
2.
most of the episodes are really good.
Yeah, but I didn't like the art style as much, which is
in season 2.
Yeah.
Well, they're all different studios.
The Sky Dancer was so cool in season 2, though.
Yeah, Sky Dancer was amazing. Screecher's Reach was amazing. Au's song was amazing.
I'm Your Mother was fun because it was like the claymation one.
Yeah, so there was just so many good ones in season 2. I had so much high.
The Sith one was like the least, like the most underwhelming, but the one I was looking forward to the most in season 2.
But even then, that was still better than
still good.
Probably all the episodes of this season.
So season 1 is still the best season by far.
No, season 2 is way better, way more better episodes. Like season 1 was
California Saber.
Yeah, but there was only 3 episodes in season 1 that were like stand out really good. But like season 2 had like 5 or 6 of them that were really good. This one, none of the episodes were that great. Even like my top ones were still.
Yeah, and I think that's overall. Like most people, I've seen a lot more people not like this season.
Yeah, so if you're listening, let us know in the comments like what your thoughts are on this whole season. Send in a voicemail. Give your rankings on the episodes. Also, like we'd love to hear your thoughts on this season because we're just 2 guys that have our own opinions, but we like to hear what you guys think, and gals, what you think about this season, how you rank them. Maybe you think this is the best season yet. Like, we'd love to hear that. So let us know, comments or in the Discord or voicemail or something. But anything else on Visions Volume 3?
No.
All right. Well, then that means it's time for everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
It's voicemail time.
All right. So we have 6 voicemails tonight. First 3 from someone we haven't heard from since February, episode 298, when we had Maria on for an interview. I went back and looked. So we have 3 voicemails from Will.
Ooh.
So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. Now, it's been a while. It's been a while. You might be able to tell that I'm using a different mic. That's because I've had a lot of adventures in my time away from the podcast. I am just now catching up as I am able to listen again. I had a grand adventure. I, as you know, in 2023 was pursuing a new job. I got that job, and then just recently in 2025 March, I had lost said job, and I even picked up streaming in the meantime. Shameless plug. Twitch TV /D4RK R4II or Darkrai. Anywho, it's nice to finally listen to the podcast again.
All right, thank you, Will. Sorry you lost your job. I didn't know that.
I didn't know
but
that
I did notice that he's been streaming a lot this year,
Mhm.
playing various games or whatever, and so he'll go live and post in the Discord that he's going live on Twitch or whatever. So if you want to follow Will, go follow him and see what he's doing on the Twitch streams. Maybe someday he'll be big and famous and have millions of subscribers. And
He can pay us
yep,
for letting him be our mod.
yep,
Because that's how that works.
yep. Did he have a question? I don't think so.
No.
All right. Voicemail number 2 from Will.
Now, my last voicemail may have been a little longer, and I do apologize for that. But I can't stress enough how thankful I am to have this community. As you know, there have been many friendships that have spurred from this community. Reed, Red Buff, Kale, and yeah, I talked to Reed on a semi what's the word I'm looking for? Semi-regular basis. And Red Buff and all of them, I send memes too, so yeah, woot woot. But I'm happy to be a part of this community.
Yep. Thank you, Will. Yep, a lot of friendships have been made, and not only he said he talks to Reed on a semi-regular basis. They have met up in real life twice, like cross country. Have seen each other. Like they're not like in the same city. They're up. They have to travel thousands of miles to see each other. So that's pretty cool that our lame podcast has made friendships like that. So that's pretty cool. And having this awesome community of fans that we have that also become friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, Will. And number 3 from Will, giving a word of encouragement to some of those who may be listening. So let's take a listen.
All right. I realized that my last message was more than 60 seconds. If it cuts off, then I will be happy to answer it in the podcast chat. But I do have a message for you guys, and that is, don't give up. I know these months are trying months for people as the colder weather rolls in and gets kind of gloomy, and some form of depression kicks in. Just don't give up, okay? We here at Empire Radio are here to cheer you up as best we can. And yeah.
All right, thank you, Will. Yes, this time of year can be a very emotional time for a lot of people, and there's a lot of things going on in the world that can add to that too. And so,
Yeah,
we're here to have a fun time and enjoy Star Wars. So we know that we've gotten a lot of messages over the years of people just saying that we help them get through the hard times. So hopefully, if you're listening still, that we can get through these hard times again. And if you have friends that like Star Wars and they don't know about us and you feel like they might struggle at times, send them a link and tell them about Empire Radio, and they can laugh along and join.
Listen to us
fun.
break down an episode of something
5
that we have
5 years ago.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun to have them join the community too and connect with other members as well. All right. Well, thank you, Will, for sending in 3. Hopefully it won't be another, 7 months or however long it's been, 10 months since we've heard from you last. But we'll
on voicemails.
But we see you in the Discord and the chat
and
and stuff. So
he said, "LOL, I can try."
No, there is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. Come on, Will.
Will used to be like the saver of voicemail time. He would send in a voicemail.
And that's why he sent, because this morning there was no voicemails yet. I was like, hey, somebody send in some voicemails to save the streak. And Will sends in 3. And then Yaretsi sends in 3. Like, we just need 1. We don't need 3 to keep the streak going. But
we'll take it.
Yep. The streak has not been broken ever since the first one in February 2021. We've had voicemails every week. Not every episode, but every week since then. Sometimes it's only been 1. I think a record during the VCU was 17. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
speaking of VCU,
if you're having a hard time this time of year, you need to put a smile on your face. Go watch our VCU or the Voicemail Cinematic Universe fan film that we made a little over 2 years ago. It's like an hour and a half long or something like that. Go watch it. It's a lot of fun. And Will is
a big part of that.
He's one of the stars. Makes me laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went back and watched that?
I don't know. It's been a while.
You should go back, and sometimes
I think I've watched it since our premiere of it. Actually,
you should go look it up again. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Like sometimes going back, listen to funny moments, and Will's the comedic relief in the story. So go check that out. But to finish off tonight, we have 3 voicemails from Yaretsi. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi. The first 2 of the last 3 episodes of Visions are amazing. I actually loved those. What was it? Number 7. Yeah, because there's 9 episodes. Number 7 reminded me a lot of a mission that they would go on that you'd find, an episode you'd find in Bad Batch or Clone Wars, which it brought me a lot of nostalgia from the first time watching it. That number 8 was phenomenal. The animation, oh, the animation, oh, it looks so good. Yeah, and I thought the story was actually amazing. I thought she died at first. I thought she had actually died, but she didn't. I was happy. Yeah,
I
that's it.
missed
That's all I
something.
got. Bye.
Well, we're happy that you loved it, even though we did not.
I
But
definitely missed something because I hated it.
episode 8. Well,
yeah.
right. I think you'd like him. I think if you watched it a second time, you would have had it a little bit higher up on your list than me.
Yeah,
maybe.
probably.
But it's whatever. All right. Number 2 from Yaretsi.
Hey, Empire Radio. It's Yada T. Back with the second voicemail. That last episode kind of confused me. I watched it 3 times to see if I could understand it on my own. I didn't. Then I went on Instagram, and someone had commented on Star Wars post and said that it was about stormtroopers' life flashing before his eyes and like PTSD and stuff. Which I watched it for a 4th time, and yeah, that made sense. So
4 times.
yeah, and then I had 2 questions. Number 1, if you could bring any Star Wars character back to life, who would it be? But the condition is their resurrection cannot change the main plot of Star Wars. And then my second question is, considering how much Drew likes Reese's, do you like the new Reese's and Oreo collab?
Do I?
That's it. Bye.
Have you had it, Jeremiah?
All right. Thank you, Yaretsi. Are you talking about the peanut butter Oreos?
Well, they have the peanut butter Oreo one, and then they also have like a Reese's with like peanut butter and cream pieces inside.
I haven't
of
had
it.
that one. I've had the peanut butter Oreos, and those are really good.
They're both fire. They're fire.
Now, so here's the funny thing. So at my I have my like Bible study small group that I have,
Mhm.
and like the theme that like we go over there, whatever, it's like 10 of us, whatever. Like the host family, they always have new Oreos when they come out. Like ever like a new like
the new one,
celebrity
like
endorsed one or whatever.
Yeah.
So I always try the new
Mhm.
Oreos. And so that's how I got the peanut butter ones. I got the peanut butter ones. You know, I tried the Selena Gomez ones. I tried the Post Malone ones.
Those ones slap too. The Post Malone ones were good.
Was that the caramel one or something like that?
Yeah. Like caramel cinnamon ones.
But like I made a request that they'd get the Stranger Things Chips Ahoy cookies, because it's like a black cookie filled with stuff in the inside. So it's kind of like a upside down type thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So like you gotta get that.
Did you try? I bought the Stranger Things Eggos. They're strawberries, so they're like the whole thing is red.
Strawberry? Ugh.
Yeah, it was good. It just tastes like strawberry. And
I do plan on getting Eggos for
you should try the Stranger Thing one. They have them.
I don't like fake strawberry. Like I like strawberries.
Well, yeah, then
like,
don't
like fake strawberry candies and stuff. Like ugh. Like
Miles liked it. I was like, "You want strawberry?" And he's like, "I'm scared of Stranger Things." Because he walked into me watching one of the episodes of season 4.
What episode?
I don't remember, but it was season 4, and I was watching it. I was like, "Hey, don't watch this." And he's like, "Oh, I'm not." And he's like playing and like looking over his shoulder. I was like, "Miles, you." And then he had a nightmare. And then he's like, I was like, today we were playing. I was like, Miles, I'm going to turn on Stranger Things. And he's like, no, you are not allowed to watch it in front of me. Like, he was like mad that I even suggested it. So it was funny.
But yeah, so you like the Oreo collab with Reese's? overall.
Yes, it's really good. You gotta try it.
So the other ones was the peanut butter cups, but with Oreo in it. Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
it just looks like a Reese's and it has like a layer of Oreo stuff in it. It's really good.
Interesting. Sounds like fun.
But like for me, the best Reese's is the
egg
double
or
stuff peanut butter one.
double stuffed Reese's?
Have you had it?
No, I thought you
It's-
like the eggs, the Easter eggs, or like the Christmas.
Well, okay,
trees or
if you go to like the holiday ones are always the best, like the bat. I don't know why the pumpkin, like they're always like better. It's like I don't know why, but they're better.
People say it's because
But
there's more peanut butter, which
there's also something with like the texture is different
I
because
don't
it doesn't have like the rim, like the crunchy rim. So I think that's why I like it. But the double stuff,
I
it's
never
like
seen those.
okay, so you get that, go to like the king size and it's like double stuffed peanut butter. So it's just like it's literally like this thick and it's just double peanut butter in it.
You know what I did? So
And it's
last
amazing.
weekend I made this really fancy cheesecake. Did you see me?
Yes, I did, and I'm mad that you didn't bring it to me, but we'll talk about that
was
later.
visually stunning. Join the Discord and you can see me. I posted in the Discord pictures, but in our food channel. But so like I made like a chocolate ganache drizzle for the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had leftover ganache because of whatever, just had leftover. And my peanut butter jar just had like an inch left in it on the bottom. I'm like, there's about equal parts ganache and equal parts peanut butter. So I
Fat
dumped it
Jeremiah
in
came out.
and I mixed it together.
Fat Jeremiah came out.
And that I could put it in the fridge or whatever and it would harden up. So it was like peanut butter chocolate fudge almost.
Oh man!
Like I was putting like on peanut butter, like on like a bagel, like making a peanut butter chocolate sandwich out of it, and I was just like, eating it plain. Like it tasted like a Reese's.
Oh yeah,
cup.
I bet. Yeah.
It was the one with the honey, like the honey peanut butter that I get.
Oh yeah, the one that you
So,
should only get. There's only
right.
one kind of jar of peanut butter out there, and
Yeah.
what is it?
It's Skippy.
Skippy.
It used to be. Was it Skippy? No, sorry, Jif. Skippy was the
Jif.
one that they used to make it, and then I don't know if they discontinued it or like
Really?
the Cub Foods that I went to stopped carrying it, and then they got the Jif brand, which I think was
Maybe no, because
better.
they still have.
But
You think it's
I go
better?
to Target, and Target does not have the Jif honey one, so I have to get this peanut butter from Cub. But
Target has the Skippy one though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got it yesterday. No, tonight.
Well, every one's different. But dude, I've been walking through Target grocery section. They're way cheaper on a lot of things than Cub Foods.
Dude, Cubs is expensive, bro.
And they just announced, I don't know if you saw this, but they just announced today that the grocery section at Target, they're lowering prices through Christmas.
Yeah.
So like it's even going to be cheaper. And it's like I'm going to start doing more Target.
Well, and that
shopping.
Target by you though isn't a super Target, is it?
No, that one's.
You might die of that one, like straight up.
That too. But they always like lack stuff. So, but I go to the one in. There's two in Woodbury. I go to one closest in Woodbury just because it's.
Yeah, there's a really nice one in Woodbury.
Yeah, there's two in Woodbury.
Yeah.
Well, the one by the movie theater that we've gone to.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I go to. I like going to that one, but.
Yeah, that one by you is.
They have like the basic. It's like I don't know. It's just smaller. It seems like, and they have less selection.
But I'm pretty sure people have been shot and killed at that one.
Not killed. I'd be fine. I'd survive. Anyway, that was one of two questions from Etsy. The first question was if we could bring back from the dead anyone in Star Wars, but that bringing back would not change the plot of Star Wars, what would it be? Etsy, I'm on the edge of the hood. Like it's literally
like across
on the line. I'm on the line where I live. So it's like you go a couple miles in one direction, it's really terrible. You go a couple miles in the opposite direction, it's like super bougie.
Yeah,
it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, he has a super nice park.
Oh, the regional park.
Yeah,
dog
like
park
we
and-
went on a walk like not too long ago with Miles, and then we found like this super nice park, and I was like, "Where the heck is this thing been?" So that was fun. But yeah, if you walk the other direction, it's not the park.
best.
It's this.
But who would you bring back in Star Wars from the dead, but wouldn't change the plot?
I don't know.
'Cause-
It's so hard.
Because it seems like any notable character, like
It's gonna change the plot.
you can't say Fives because then he's gonna like try and tell everybody about Order 66.
You can't see Tech.
But like, if they brought him back, if he did actually survive at this point, bring him back post like season 3 of Bad Batch,
Then it probably wouldn't change.
nothing would change. You could
So I
bring back
guess that
Tech,
would work.
but then he's just sitting on an island, so it doesn't matter if he lived or not. Like,
But
was
we're just
that-
happy that. So I guess Tech would work.
well, I got my answer.
Hmm.
Bring back Ben Solo and make that movie. Gosh dang it! Like,
Yeah, but that changes
Everyone
the
want-
plot though.
no, it doesn't. It just continues the story because it'll just take place afterwards. Everything that happened, nothing would change.
It would make Ray's character weaker.
Isn't that what people want?
It still would change the
Everyone's
plot.
so mad about it. Everyone's still like there's still like new memes and like people out in the news.
Oh
and, like,
yeah. No one. They're not gonna make that movie because no one cares about it.
No, I'm saying everyone cares about it. That's my whole point. People are still complaining about it. Like,
No, I'm saying about Ray.
oh,
The Ray movie, no one cares about.
the Ray movie. Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this Ben Solo
Oh
movie.
yeah. No,
They
people
got to
want
make that. Like,
They're going to. They
who was it? It was someone. It was like a director or like an actor or something that like. Oh, it was oh, you're not gonna like it. Ryan Johnson.
Okay. No.
He's like, I would love this story.
checked
for him
out,
to come
please.
back.
No,
He's not saying that he would do it. He's just saying he would like that character back on screen again, like to bring him back.
Sure.
So, if like some big Hollywood directors and actors are on board with like that, they hold some weight, like an influence.
And Ryan Johnson says I'll do it, and Disney says let's do
Well, he was
it.
supposed to do a trilogy that never came to be, or never was officially canceled. But who knows if that's going to happen? So
I
did
don't
you have an
know how I
answer
feel
for
about
the
it.
question, or you can go with Ben Solo, or you can go with someone else?
I think Tech is a good answer because it won't change anything.
All right, cool. Uh,
I was gonna say Greedo, but then that kind of changes Han Solo, like who shot first, kind of thing.
who died first, Han
Yeah.
Solo or Greedo?
Yeah.
So that was number 2, right, from your Etsy?
Yep.
All right.
One
So last one from your Etsy. I do not remember anything about this last one, so let's take a listen.
Okay, it's Yaretz again. I had to send in a third one. Who runs the Instagram for Empire Radio?
Not me.
I'm like 50% sure it's Jeremiah.
50.
Then again, that's a
half and half.
valid percentage because there's
Yeah,
only
what
2
the
of you.
heck?
So,
That doesn't make sense.
because like I posted on my story that I need a nap, and then Empire Radio is over here saying, "Have you tried Wesley Andrews coffee and tea?" Like, I live in Texas, bro.
Yeah, order it, girl.
Of course, I've gotten some from shipping. Yeah. This is another ad break. Dun, 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 dun. Go try Wesley Andrews coffee and tea out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
Bye, Etsy. Yep. So even though Drew has access to the Instagram, obviously, he rarely posts. Sometimes he'll occasionally repost something in stories.
Yeah. Or if I'm like at Disney or something, I'll like
Yeah.
share a video of like Star Wars
Stuff in stories, but I'm the only one that shares in stories, and I post the main
Mhm.
post.
Before I used to repost the post in our stories, but now Jeremiah can do
you
that.
rarely did that.
Well, there was a good time
You're supposed
I
to do
always
it.
did it.
You're,
and
yeah,
then
that
I
was like
forgot.
4 years ago.
Okay, we're
You're
not
supposed to do it every week, and then you stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons why I, because I don't have a smartphone, so I can't do Instagram on my phone. It's stupid that you can't share stories on PC. You have to do it with an app.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I got a cheap tablet was so I could use Instagram. So the last couple of months, I've been posting stuff on the stories and whatnot. But yep, I'm the one that, in quotes, runs the Instagram. So I'm glad I made you laugh so hard, and I think she said that she's gotten Wesley Andrews coffee before. So
that's cool.
So hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell all your friends. Just buy a bunch before Christmas and give them out as even though you can only use the promo code once, but have all your friends order it.
I don't think so.
Huh? I thought it was a one-time use with an email.
Maybe, but I don't know if it's monitored that well. So try it again.
Oh, it's not automatically in the system to
I don't think that's monitored that well.
Well, everyone, order your friends and family a bunch of coffee and tea by the end of the year, because it's really important that you do it by the end of the year. So, that's all the voicemails we got tonight. So next week we're supposed to have you with Andrew, but he's been MIA, so I think he's still.
We should be. He should be here next week.
He should be next week, and it's supposed to be a fun episode, like a comical EU story that he had made a couple years ago, and then he pocketed it, and so it's been on file. So there's that, and then we don't have anything planned for the following week. Or sorry, let me just look at the schedule. Yes, EU with Andrew next week. Then we're off for Thanksgiving week / watch Stranger Things season 5, the first 4 episodes that drop. Then we don't have anything planned yet for the 3rd of December, which I need to get on that. But then we have our book review that we're moving to Tuesday the 9th. Like I said at the beginning of the episode. So get that book because it just came out. So that's everything. So let's go over some socials and we'll get out of here. So if you are new to Empire Radio, go in the description below, links.co/Empire Radio, links spelled with 2 I's. It's a landing page for everything Empire Radio. And one of those is our Instagram, which I run. So if you follow us and I follow you back and I see your stories, I might comment and stuff and give some funny anecdotes and whatnot. But there you can also follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch for live streams. You can join a chat like people have been tonight. It's fun to interact with everyone listening during the live streams. Join the Discord, a lot of fun there. Been pretty quiet for a while, but we could get some new, fresh personalities in there to liven it up. It'd be a lot of fun because we don't got, now that Visions is done, we don't have anything coming out until the next Disney project, which hasn't been officially announced of dates.
I think the next thing coming out isn't that
Mall show
and Grogu.
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna get Maul sometime in the spring. I'm assuming before the movie.
I surely hope so
because it should be Maul, the Mando movie, and then Ahsoka in that order. Also, the Ninth Jedi miniseries at some point too.
Well, and when does that other movie come out? The following year?
Following in May 2027. Okay. So, but like I said, we don't know when exactly the next project is going to be released. So, join the Discord and keep it alive in there because people, when there's no shows, it's pretty quiet. So
yeah.
Join the Discord. And there's also in that landing page we have a fan email if you need emails of anything. People do that every once in a while, so I'll go do that. I think that's everything. Anything else, Drew?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, you've been listening to another Visions-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.